welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin' Hippo. Today is Thursday, December 12th, and today we're just going to briefly go over the proposed postal rate increases that the USPS has announced, and we're also going to talk about the possibility of them taking away our free shipping supplies. Before we get into that, you guys can see you're looking at my Instagram page. I just wanted to give everyone a reminder, if you're not following us on Instagram, you should be. It's @FlippinHippos. We do a lot of fun stuff on the Instagram. I put up motivational and inspirational posts, at least one a day, just to kind of remind people to stay motivated, stay inspired, stay with your goals, things like that. I keep everyone up to date on our sales and how they're doing. And Instagram is where I do all of our giveaways. So I am very, very close to dropping the plush guide that I have been working on for almost a year. And when I do, I will be giving away several of those guides for free, one of which will be on an Instagram giveaway. And I do other giveaways on Instagram as well. So you want to be following us here to get all the updated news of what's going on with us. I always let everyone know when I drop a new video. You always are up to date on the goings on of the group, the video, the giveaways, and it's just a fun place to be to interact with other resellers. And then here's our group on Facebook. I wanted to show you guys. I always talk about it. Flippin' Hippos Resellers Pod. This is a really great group to be a part of. It's a really great place to make connections within the reseller community with all different kinds of resellers. We have people in here who have been selling for a week, and we have 20-year veterans. We have people who do plush, clothes, vintage, hard goods, electronics. We have Amazon, eBay, Mercari, Poshmark. You name it, it's in here. This is the most diversified and positive group of resellers on Facebook. And that's not just because I'm biased. It's the best group. The members make it really great. I will also be doing giveaways in this group, and I have in the past. And usually when I give stuff away, it's either I'm giving away one thing and you need to be in the group and follow us on Instagram. Sometimes I do two giveaways, one in the group, one on Instagram. And if you're following us on Instagram and a member of the group, you can enter both and you have a double chance of winning. So I will be dropping the plush guide soon. I'm hoping before Christmas, and I will be giving two guides away, one in the group, one on Instagram. Also in January, about a month away, we are going to hit our 2-year YouTube anniversary. I can't believe it. Gosh, time goes by so quickly. My mind can't run. On one hand, I feel like I've been on YouTube for the last 30 years, and this has been my life forever. And on the other hand, it's like, wow, we've really already been on here for 2 years, and we have over 5,000 subscribers, which is really amazing. We grew pretty fast, pretty quick, especially for our niche. But when we hit the 2-year celebration, I will be doing some more giveaways. So just make sure you're following us on the Instagrams. Make sure you're in our Facebook group. You could also follow us on Twitter @FlippinHippos, and we have a Facebook for Business page @FlippinHippos. Across the board, that's what we are. And make sure you're subscribed to this channel as well. Hit the little bell so when I put up new content and new videos, you guys will be notified. I do a lot of teaching on this channel. You guys know that. I do a lot, well, when I am sourcing, I do a lot of haul videos. We are on a hiatus from sourcing until the spring. I've talked about that in other videos, so I won't repeat myself here, but we are on a hiatus. But when we do source, I usually do 2 live haul videos a week. I do a lot of teaching on here. I do news updates and stuff like I'm about to do with the shipping, and I do live shows, and I have guests sometimes. I personally strive to put out content that will be good for everyone. So sometimes it's more geared towards the beginners, and it's more of a teaching or something. The veterans are like, well, I already know this. And then sometimes I put out content that will be more appeasing to the veteran sellers. We sell mostly clothes and plush, so that's mostly what the videos are going to be about, because I like to talk about what I know about. But I feel like there's content on here for everyone. We have a good time. So make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell. I'm going to tell you right now, my ThreadUp box came in the mail tonight. We picked it up from the post office. I'm so excited. I have like 50 pounds of denim sitting behind me on the table in a box that is still taped and has not been opened. I have not peeked inside. The suspense is killing me, but I'm going to open it live tomorrow on the channel. So I hope to see you there. Now let's just jump real quick into the news. You guys, this page right here is official USPS. You can see I'm on the USPS news website. I will put this link as well as the other two links to the excuse me, articles, and I guess one's a blog. I'll put the links to those in the description box down below. Then you can go back and read them at your own leisure and look at them in a little more depth than I'm going to go into here, because I don't want to just sit here and read and bore you. Every year at the beginning of the year, the U.S. Postal Service hikes the rates on postage. It's nothing new. We should not be shocked, nor should we be surprised. It happens every single year. The prices go up. It's just something they do. I think that this year was probably like the biggest hike and the biggest shock and surprise. 2019 January was the year that they began charging first class packages based on where they're going. So if you're new to reselling and you've only learned about shipping in 2019 and you weren't aware of this, prior to January of this year, it used to be only priority packages were charged that way. So if it was over £1 and it was going priority, they would charge you based on weight and where it was going. And first class had set rates. It was like 0 to 8 ounces was one price, 8 to 13 was another price. Don't quote me on that. I can't really remember exactly, but based on the weight, there were set prices and it didn't matter where it went. So if I had a 3-ounce tie that I was mailing from Pittsburgh to Hawaii, it would have cost as much as Pittsburgh to New York. Then in 2019, they started charging based on where it was going by zones, just like they do priority. So all mail now is weight plus where it's going. It kind of depends on your rates. And then, of course, if you're on eBay as a top-rated seller, you get a discount. Top-rated seller plus gets an even bigger discount. You can use Pirate Ship. There's a lot of places other than Pirate Ship that you can go online if you do your research and get shipping at a discounted rate. We've always just used our top-rated seller plus. It's the biggest discount for us for what we sell. Pirate Ship is kind of meant for really small, heavy items, not so much your first-class clothing and plush, which is the majority of what we ship. So let's just take a look at this. This is the U.S. Postal Service announces new prices for 2020. Now, these are proposed, so these are not set in stone. This may or may not be what they actually do in January. Chances are this is going to be what they do. They could go less, they could go more, but typically when they announce their proposed rates, that's what's going to happen. So they did file notice with the Postal Regulatory Commission today of price changes. They'll take effect on January 26th. And this sounds like it's pretty much set in stone, but from what I understand, it was just proposed. But they're saying here it is, the proposed prices. Right here it is proposed. See, up here it made it sound like it was set in stone. The United States Postal Service filed notice with the Postal Regulatory Commission, price changes to take effect on January 26th. That sounds pretty set in stone, but then the next sentence says, the proposed prices approved by the governors of the Postal Service would raise mailing services product prices approximately 1.9%. If favorably reviewed by the PRC, the new prices will include no increase in the price of a first-class mail forever stamp, which would remain at 55 cents. So then they have a chart here for you guys, and like I said, I'll put the link below. You can come back and look at this on your own. But it's telling you the current price and the proposed increase for January 26th, 2020. Most of us are more concerned with the boxes rates down here and the shipping more so than the letters. We use a lot of padded flat rate envelopes to ship our jeans in. So you can see here right now, the retail value on that is $8. and they're proposing an increase to $8.40. When I say retail price, I mean if you were a layperson and you went into the post office and mailed something in a padded flat envelope and paid for your postage there at the counter, that's what they charge you, $8. When people return items to you in a padded flat envelope, that was buyer pays return shipping, they're paying $8. We don't pay $8 because we have the discount on eBay. And your discount on eBay is going to depend. If you are a seller on eBay, then you're a top rated seller, then you're a top rated seller plus your discount gets bigger each time. But it will still increase for us. So if this goes from $8 to $8.40 and say you're paying $7.50 right now, yours is probably going to go up to like $7.80 or so. So you can see that the retail prices are going to go up. Our prices won't be quite that high because we'll get the discount, but our prices will go up as well. The Postal Service has some of the lowest letter mail postage rates in the industrialized world and also continues to offer great value in shipping. They do not add surcharges for fuel, residential delivery, or regular Saturday or holiday season delivery. And I like the little snipe here, unlike some other shippers. So I think they mean FedEx and UPS. Pretty funny passive-aggressive snipe there. But the prices would take effect January 26th. The complete Postal Service price filings with prices for all products can be found on the PRC site under the daily listing section at this website. So we're going to click that. And I'm going to put that down there for you guys as well. Done. So here is where you can get that document. So you can go through here and get it on your own. So now we're going to talk about the possibility of them ending the free priority mail supplies. You guys know if you go to USPS.com, you can order free padded flat envelopes. You can order free priority boxes. All different sizes and shapes. I've talked about it before on the website, on the channel. I've talked about it before on my website. No, on the channel before. I'm sure that most of you have gone there and ordered free supplies. They have shoe boxes that are really great for mailing shoes in. They have game board boxes if you ship a lot of games. They have a large mailing box that I just absolutely love for our large plush. There's just a lot of stuff there you can get, and it's all free. You just order it, and it shows up on your doorstep, and you can start using it. And then you just pay the shipping on it when you actually use the supplies. And you're allowed to Frankenbox a lot of stuff. So you can alter the boxes and tape them together, and you pay by weight, and they don't mind if you do that. The problem is a lot of people misuse the system and they misuse the supplies. And the USPS has no way to really offset that. Yes, they up our shipping rates every year, but they're not really offsetting the misuse of their supplies. Where if, say, like they charged everybody a penny a box and then people were misusing it or misusing the system in some way, which we're going to talk about in just a second, they could raise the price to 2 cents a box or whatever and kind of recoup. But because these are all free supplies, when people are misusing them, there's really no way for the USPS to recoup their losses. And so moving forward into the future, they may be thinking about not giving these away for free because they just can't afford it anymore because people abuse it. And by abuse, I mean using padded flat envelopes as padding inside of a box. That's not right. You should be wrapping in bubble wrap, using peanuts, whatever packing supplies you have. Padded flat envelopes are meant to mail things in, not to act as padding inside of a box. Sometimes people order these and use them for storing their inventory. You're not supposed to do that either. The boxes clearly state right on them what they're supposed to be used for and what you're not supposed to use them for, and people do it anyway. This particular article we're looking at is from eCommerce Bites, and it says, might we see an end to free priority mail supplies? The USPS Inspector General is studying the Postal Service's practice of providing free expedited packaging supplies. But will they become a thing of the past? The Officer of Inspector General published an Audit Asks blog post titled, "Does USPS's Expedited Packaging Supplies Program effectively increase revenues and manage costs?" This initiated a project titled Expedited Packaging Supplies Program Costs. The results of that project will be published in March of 2020. At least that's what they estimate. Free packaging is a unique selling tool differentiating the Postal Service from its competitors. The program generates new revenue, grows business, increases volume for Priority Mail Express and Priority Mail. It also improves their customer retention and loyalty. According to the USPS, costs for providing free packaging supplies are included in the current rate structure of the corresponding mail products. That's considering that we're all using it the way we're supposed to. We're putting the stuff in the box it's supposed to be in and paying the shipping on it that we should be. If we're hiding them in our attic to store stuff, if we're using the envelopes to pad boxes, it's really not making up for itself there. The Inspector General wants to hear from people, and this is your opportunity to weigh in. If you value free priority mail postal supplies, or if you have ideas for how the USPS could ensure free boxes and envelopes, you can speak up now by using this link. And here's the original blog on the Postal Times from the Inspector, I almost called him Inspector Gadget. The Inspector General. Inspector Gadget. No, the Inspector General. This is his original little blog, just basically saying the same thing. The Postal Service provides packaging supplies for domestic and international priority. And then he asks you some questions. And that's the poll they were talking about in the other article. So I'll put all these links in the description box down below. You guys can come back on your own time at your own leisure and read through them completely. You can answer the questions or speak up now if you so choose, and just kind of go through and get all the information word for word, since I kind of just summarize and verbatim the articles to you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Either about the postal increase, the rates. And again, that happens every single year, so I don't think anybody should be shocked or appalled or mad. It happens every year. It's going to happen this year. It happened last year. It happened next year. It's going to happen every year. But let me know what you think about it anyway. And let me know what you think about these free supplies and the possibility of us losing our ability to get them for free. The comments are open for everyone. You guys can all express yourselves. You guys can all have different opinions. You can even have different opinions from me, and that's fine. I just ask that everybody be respectful and act like adults. Don't be turds. Be respectful. If you have differing opinions, you can present them as an adult without resorting to acting like a turd or a jerk. So let me know what you think. Like the video, give it a thumbs up before you leave. Helps the channel. And I think I said everything else at the beginning already. Where to find us on social media, our Facebook group. Don't forget to subscribe. Help us feed those hungry hippos and help support us in what we do on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I absolutely appreciate it. You're all the best. Go be productive. Go make some money.